Welcome back to Let's Play Better Than Wolves. I've made up quite a bit of soul urns. It's been a while since we've been in the little shop of horrors. Still making it the way we're used to. Unpowered the hopper. Always unpower it, for no good reason. What I'm going to show you is some stuff we've actually had available for a while now. Mainly a composite bow. A composite bow is a much more powerful version of the bow. We need the bones, for some odd reason, one string, some molding. This represents a much greater precision detail, and some glue to hold it all together. Now, a composite bow, other than the fact it looks cooler, I mean, you have your normal bow, and then you have your composite, fires at a much higher velocity normal arrows. It also has the capability of firing a special type of arrow, which we will have shortly, and though it has more durability, more damage, just overall a better bow. Normal arrows will go farther. Now you notice I also have still some more glue and straps, and the reason for that is I shouldn't have left because we're going to need this. I only have 3 glue, unfortunately. But the reason is you can't just use sticks for soul forged steel weapons. Some glue, some straps, and that. We have hafts. They represent a much stronger, much better way of existing. Now you'll also notice I have some fabric, which we haven't used in a long time, but you do that. And or is it using the old recipe? I forget the version I'm particularly using. Huh. I might be wrong. I thought. Allow me to check really quick. Plate armor requires armor plates. Padding. Oh, wrong recipe. Forgive me, folks. This is, after all, the first time I've ever crafted these. No, apparently the wiki is wrong. So, padding, when I get around to finding the actual recipe for it, is useful because it's basically your normal fabric, but it's padded. Believe it or not, that is very, very important. Because it lets armor, which, let's face it, armor is not very nice. Especially when you get into the heavier stuff, and considering this stuff is made from souls, it would be freaking uncomfortable, I would think. So, the use of padding of sorts. There we go. Notice how it doesn't... well, it does actually stack, I believe. I just don't have enough feathers. This is why a chicken farm is very useful. You're going to need it. But I've got 2 paddings, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, hold on one more second. And we actually have the capability of making some of those, but not quite yet. Because normal soul forged steel armor is at least, I believe, as strong as diamond. It's actually renewable because you can smelt it down. And also put some gold nuggets in here because gold nuggets and concentrated hellfire makes about 9 redstone. I've also added another As you can see, another couple crucibles, so I can have them all going at once. And we're going to end up with 25 Soul Forged Steel. Eventually. When it decides to get around to it. So, we're going to have a good amount of Soul Forged Steel. Put the padding in here. And see if I can't find that one I had. Because I'm going to show you how to make a bit of an armor plate, I believe. Plus, it also gives it more time. And the grinding is still going on. It's been going on for a while. I'm actually using both millstones, both that one over there and that one. Although my setup for the hemp farm is not working right. Slats apparently do not work the way I thought they did. They used to, at least, let the hemp through while the seeds get caught. Well, apparently that has changed in one of the more recent versions. One egg. These chickens are being cheapskates. Well, we don't need the bones anymore. We don't need the feathers. I believe that's all that goes out there. Stupid chickens. Oh, they've all grown up. Cool. As you can see, this has grown. That actually grew very, very fast. I was quite shocked, actually, with how fast it grew. So, there it is. Oh, I needed that padding. Why did I put that away? Where did I put it away at? I put it away in there. I needed that. So back down we go yet again. It's a bit wasteful, but it never hurts. So let's go. Maybe we'll have enough for what we need. Anyway, padding. And how's the Soul Forged Steel? Yes, we have enough, folks. So I can show you a brilliant thing that we can do. And it'll replace this and this. Unfortunately, the diamonds I've used to the fore are not refundable. Diamonds do not smelt down. This, folks, is an anvil. Is a 4x4 crafting grid, which is exactly brilliant. And that needs to be made on the anvil. So I can actually show you a bit more of what my plan is. Now, anvils are heavy, made of Soul Forged Steel, and I believe they can only be broken with Soul Forged Steel equipment. This is the basic door. This is the storage room. That is an anvil. What I'm going to show you is an armor plate. These are needed. You actually need 12 of these to end up with a full set of Soul Forged Steel armor, but you also need 32 Soul Forged Steel ingots. So that's going to be a while. As you can see, this is a 4x4 crafting grid, which makes it wonderful. What I've just made here, what I'm going to show you, are the basic weapons. You have the basic things you can make with this. A refined pickaxe, a refined hoe, a refined shovel, and a mattock, which is a shovel and pickaxe in one, with the strength of diamond, a refined sword, and if I can find the recipe really quick, I will show you a battle axe. You can make your standard axe too, I believe. Yep, your standard axe. And a battle axe. This battle axe is your standard axe and a sword all in one. So if you want to have a battle axe, you could have a battle axe and a mattock and replace 4 slots on your bar. The only problem is with using a battle axe, there's really a point in having the iron axe anymore. And the answer is... yes, I don't want that. I will instead take a mattock. Which, here's one of the things with the mattock that you need to know, folks. Let's get a little quieter place. Is that the mattock cannot be enchanted like normal weapons. Any Soul Forged steel equipment cannot. What does this mean? Well, right now, not a lot. Because we are currently not doing anything with it. But you did notice how we needed glue or slime balls in order to make the halves. That is very important. Very, very important. Always store your equipment. Now, as I said, this is now useless, quite literally, and I can't get the diamonds back. So that's unfortunate. But what I can do to get rid of the bow is I can melt it down, much like I can do with any piece of metal equipment. Which is brilliant, which really it is. And when I free up 2 inventory slots, when they break, that is going to be awesome. Now you notice I didn't get anything for melting down that bow. That's just a way of sorting your mob farms, which you should be having. We don't, because I'm in the process of figuring out how I want to do it. I don't yet think I have enough saws, and I think that's the only way I want to do it, is with some saws. Now in here, I'm still creating some more concentrated hellfire, and I believe that will be all the netherrack. Whoa, I don't know where that lag spike came from. That was just kind of weird. So that's the basics of Soul Forged steel weapons. And the anvil. Now the anvil itself, being a 4x4 crafting grid, is very useful. We'll be able to make, finally, something to help automate things a lot easier. We are going to be able to make block dispensers. Sensor... I believe they're called sensor blocks or something like that. Redstone eyes, which are going to be useful in the... it'll basically prevent the windmills from breaking down whenever there's a storm. And believe it or not, that is extremely useful. If I had the recipes in front of me, I would show you them. But this is just a basic introduction to the anvil and Soul Forged steel, and I thought I'd cover a couple of the things I haven't covered before. Like that. So, we'll see you guys next time, where we'll actually be using some more stuff, I think, with that. Soul urns are actually very useful in a lot of advanced equipment. The block dispensers I mentioned actually utilize 2 soul urns, which means they run off the souls of the nether, which is brilliant. And up we go to end it all. Not all of it. Not to end it all. That would be silly. One more pass on the hemp farm. And see how the puppies are doing. 24. I don't think that's quite enough. Or was. So we will see you guys next time, when I decide what else to do. Mainly block dispensers. You and you. And you and you. I need more feathers. You. 5, 6, 7. And you. We'll see you guys next time. Till then, this is Stompin' Llama, signing out.